Okay, here we go. I'm going to center myself off because I like to be in the center. Okay, so today, Theraband, little loop. You're going to make a little loop at the end, and we're going to use that in a bit. But right now, we're just going to kind of sit and talk for a second. Okay, abdominals. Another word for abdominals in Pilates is powerhouse, and that is your center here. But I say this before, it's not just here, it's the front, it's the back, it's the sides of your body, all connecting in. So let's just sit here for a second and think about that. You're going to put your hands here on your rib cage. You're going to inhale and exhale and close that rib cage down. Good. Again, inhale, exhale, close and narrow. Think about narrowing your rib cage. Again, inhale, exhale, and narrow that rib cage down. Good. Now, your belly. Let's talk about that. I want you to think about your belly coming back to your spine, navel to spine. We say that a lot. And underneath that rib, okay, ribs, excuse me. And again, put your hands here on your belly. Inhale, exhale, blow out that air. Pull the belly in, up, and under. So essentially, I'm taking my bottom rib and my hips, and I'm knitting them together. But I'm not changing my shape, okay? I'm not squashing my body down. I'm keeping my body really long, okay? So put your hands here. In fact, put one hand here and one hand here. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the belly in. Think of the ribs closing. Everything's pulling in. And that's where we get that delightful connection. So we're going to work on that a bit on our mat. We're going to do some of our leg stuff with our Theraband and some other fun stuff. But I just wanted to kind of give you that concept sitting up. Now we're going to lie down and give you that same concept. So let's turn to the side. Hands behind your knees, sit up really tall. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, pull the belly in, don't change your shape. Pull that belly in, navel to spine. And again, inhale, exhale, pull that belly in, get tall. Again, inhale, exhale, pull that belly in. All right, so now on our next breath, exhale, press that tailbone under. Keep curling. Now, I want you to fight that fight. Bring the knees together. Think of that if we had a magic circle, which we will be using. Squeeze those knees together. Pull that belly in. Now stay right there. Don't be in a rush to get down there. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone under. Now think about my lowest rib coming down. Hold. Take a breath. Everything squeezes through that midline. Ribs, belly pulling in and up. Hold. Take another breath. Exhale all the way down. Good. Arms go back over the head. Reach. Take a breath. Arms up to the ceiling. My knees are bent. I'm going to curl myself up and hold. I'm going to reach my arms to the diagonal. Take it back down. Inhale. Exhale. Close that rib cage down. Reach. Hold. That's it. Looks good. Again, back. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Curl. Hold. Now take a breath. Squeeze those legs together. Everything narrows. Rib cage pulls in, and sit up. Beautiful. Again, keep those legs closed. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Breathe. Take your time here. My ribs and hips are almost like an accordion coming together. Now stay there. I'm really rounded. My back lowest rib, okay, is what's coming on down. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Right through there. There's the work. Take your time and back. Good. Breath. Inhale. Arms up. Curl your chin, your chest. Hold. Take a breath. Curl it up. Reach. Reach and hold. Beautiful. Take those legs forward. Grab your Theraband with the cute little circle at the end. All right, and let's put it around our right foot. Excellent. So I'm going to sit up nice and tall. All right, when you're working with the Theraband, try not to do this. Okay, people love to wrap it around. Try not to do that. Super easy on the control. Sit on nice and tall, and you're going to exhale and roll on back, roll on back, roll on back, and hold. All right, so I'm going to take my leg up to the ceiling. Now this is a little holder just to make it easy to hold on to the leg. My tailbone is down. This left leg is super active. So I want you to flex the foot and push that calf into the floor, okay? All right, we're gonna do our leg circle. This is a big circle going cross, down, side, and stop, okay? My torso is gonna be very grounded and stable. Cross, down, out, up. Cross, down, out, up. Cross, down, out, up. One more. Cross, down, out, and reverse it. Out, down, cross lift. Again, out. Super active in that left side. Out, down, cross up. One more. Out, down, cross, and hold. We're going to kick down and up, and 2 and 3. Flex that left foot. 4, you can flex the right foot too. 5 and 6 and 7. Good. And 8, 9. One more. 10 and hold. Now, hold on with the left hand. Let that leg go across. But my hip stays down. Okay, turn the toes to the floor. Hip stays down. I'm getting a big stretch through here. Good. Come back to center. I'm going to bend my left leg and open the right leg out to the side. Excellent. And come all the way up. I'm going to change feet. Look. Ta-da! All of that free time spent doing amazing things. All right, so I quickly just changed my leg. All right, my right leg is straight, active, flexing that foot. Let that leg come away from you a little bit. So I see a lot of people bent. So keep that leg straight, belly is in. Here we go, crossing that leg circles. Cross, down, side lift, cross, down, side up, cross, down, side lift, cross, down, side up, cross, down, side, and reverse it. Out, down, cross up, out, down, cross lift. Stable in those abdominals. One more. And hold, kicks, lower and lift. So try to release the quad, okay? What happens a lot of times is like, try to release that to get the stretch in your hamstring. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Last one, and 10. Hold. I'm going to go across to the right side. My left hip stays down. And I'll bring it over just a little bit. Turn your toes to the floor. Perfect. Back to center. I'm going to bend my right leg. Let's go out to the side. Excellent. All right, and come on up. So I happen to have my left foot up to the ceiling, okay? I am going to hold on to this. I'm going to take my right arm behind my head, and you're going to do what you need to do. I'm going to bend this leg because it's going to, my right leg is going to make it a little easier. And I'm going to come all the way onto my side and give myself a little stretch. Okay, that's why this is easy. Now, for those of you that have hip issues, you're going to take it super easy. All right, I'm going to lower and lift up. This leg is turned out. Lower, lift. Feels nice to stretch it. Up, give it a little extra. Pull, and it's up and down. Lift, lower. Good. Lift and lower. And up, and up, and up. One more, and hold. Okay, so now I'm going to do a circle. Careful, okay? I'm going to move back just a little bit. My bottom leg is bent, my head is down, and I'm going to come forward, down, around, and up. Now, everyone has a difference in their hip flexors, in their ability to circle. You do what's right for you. Take it easy, around, take your time. I've got some balance going on here, but I can get a much bigger circle because I have my Theraband. One more in that position. I'm kind of leading my leg where I want it to go. And hold. Now I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to go back behind me. I'm going to come around and up. Back behind me. My hip rotates forward just a little bit. I'm going to take it as far forward as I can. And back and around and up. Excellent. Let it go down. All right. So now my legs are parallel. I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to take it forward and I'm going to go back. This leg is helping me, my bottom leg, forward and back. Good. Stay stable on your trunk, forward and back. That's it. Forward, give it a little stretch and back. You control the amount of work in that leg. That's it. Forward and back. Two more and back. One more and back. Hold. Drop that leg down for a little second there because this gets tired. That's what we're working. Hold on to it now. Lift it up a little bit. And I'm going to bend it in and kick it back. So I'm working on my glute, okay? Yes, my leg is working. Stretch. It's easiest if the band comes under your knee, I think. Bend, reach. Bend, stretch. Bend, reach. Bend, stretch. Good. In, back, in, back. Two more. And back. One more. And back. And hold. Little lifts. Up. Two. That's it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Excellent. Let that leg rest. Excellent. So it's just a little bit different way to work. You can roll, change legs, go onto the other side. I'm just going to flip around so you can see me. And just flip it to the other foot. There you go. All right, so I'm going to lie down. I'm going into my side lying, okay? Nice and long. Here we go. And forward and back. Forward. Back. After you do this a couple times, you're going to feel, oh yeah, I can pull it a little bit more. But I still want you to stay stable through that trunk. And forward. Reach. Forward. Reach. Forward. Back. Squeeze those glutes. Stay nice and stable. Last one. And hold. Okay, big circle. Get ready to be stable in that trunk. Forward, up, and around. I'm taking that hip forward and down. Again, forward, up, around, and down. Very nice. Reach, up. Open up those hips as much as you can. If you have one side that's tight, be careful with that side, but with the other side, allow it to open. And one more. And reverse it, back and around, up and down. Good. Back and around. Reach. Around. Reach. Around. Excellent. And reach. One more. And down. All right. Kicks. and 2. Good. Give it a little extra pull. 3. Yeah. And 4. 5. And 6. And 7. 8. 9. And 10. Give it a little extra stretch. Excellent. All right. In and back, reach and press. Keep those abdominals pulling in, reach and 4, good, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. And rest. Good. All right, we're going to take the Theraband off. We're going to be using it again. Good. All right, just put it to the side. Let's roll onto your back. All right, so feet are down. Take them a little further away from your hips. Mine were a little close. Yeah. Everybody take them away just a little bit. Hands are down. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tuck your tailbone under and lower it down. And again, left and lower. So I'm warming up my hamstrings and glutes. That's what's working. And lower. And left. And down. Reach. And down. As I go up, now I'm going to go up a little higher. My knees go forward and reach away from me. My hands press in to the mat. I'm using those arms, pressing back. Hold and slowly roll it down. Take your time. Tuck the tailbone under, 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 and rest. Good. Again, tuck under, curl it up, curl it up, curl it up. Hold, press on those hands. Take a breath and come on down, come on down, come on down, and release. Right leg to tabletop. Now don't bring it here. Keep it right out at that hip line. Here we go. Going into our marching and change. Change. Easy everywhere else. My arms can press down to help stabilize me. And change. 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 And a little faster. It's change. Change. That's it. Good. Change. 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 Easy. Use those abs. Change. Last 2. Last 1. And rest. Good. Take that left leg straight. Inhale. I'm going to lift my hips and come on down. Good. I'm going to lift my hips. Kind of hard to see because I'm black on black here. And lift and lower. So I'm using my right leg to push down as I lift my hips. And down. One more. Hold. I'm going to keep my hips up. Lift and lower. That's it. Lift, lower. My right side is working. Down. Lift, down. Up and up. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up, down, and lower it down. Great. Switching legs. Here we go. I'm pressing down with my left leg and lift and down. Push, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. 1 more. Lift, hold. I'm going to lift and down. 2, all the way down. 3, down. 4, down. 5 and 6. Breathe. 7, 8, 9. Last 1. And down and lower all the way down. Excellent. Bend both knees. I'm going to take my right knee into my chest. You decide whether you want to lift your head or not. Curling it on and up. All right. My other leg goes out
I'm going to flex my foot. Here we go. Single leg stretch and change and change. Let's flex both feet. Change and hold. So I have my right leg in, my right hand goes to the ankle, left hand on the knee. When I switch, my left hand is on the ankle, right hand on the knee. And reach. Pull that powerhouse in and back. Reach it. Stretch it. Reach. The head can be down. Breathe, stretch. Reach. Yes, that looks good. Reach. 2 more. 1 more. Hold both legs in. Head is down. Hand on each knee. Open and around. 1. Open around 2. Open and around 3. 1 more. Open and reverse it. And around. In and around. In and around. In and around. 1 more. And hold. All right, right leg goes up to the ceiling. Let's give a stretch to that leg. And switching, always loving all parts of our bodies, but especially our hamstrings. All right, so now I'm going to climb up my leg, hold. I'm going to extend my other leg. Let's stay there. My top leg, I'm going to do 2 pulses back. Pulse, pulse, and then I'm going to change. Pulse, pulse, change. Pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse, and pulse, 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 pulse. That's it. Pulse, pulse, and pulse, 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 pulse. Last one. Pulse, pulse, and in. Good. Arms out to the side. Let's take both knees to the right. Just let the hips stretch. And back to center and over to the other side, giving ourselves a nice stretch. Okay. You can do this next exercise 2 ways. Diamond shape, hands underneath or hands behind your head. Elbows are wide. Lift the elbows just a little bit. And now curl yourself up. All right, feet lift, lower, exhale, lift. So see how small I'm keeping it small? Exhale, lower belly. Good, inhale, exhale. I want you to lower and I want you to lift the hips up from that belly. Exhale, yes. So this is the beginning of our rollover. It comes from that lower part of the belly. And lift. And lift. Good. And up. 2 more. Up. 1 more. Up. Hold. Keep it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up and rest. On that one, it doesn't matter if your hands are your hands are on top, your tailbone is on top of your hands. Still keep that lift. That lift. Let's try it again. Everybody, put your hands under your hips for a second. Feet up to the ceiling. Roll the shoulders back. Now let's tuck the tailbone under. Lift and down. You can even push on your hands a little bit. I'm fine with that. Lift. Comes right from here. Scoop up. Up. Yes, pull that powerhouse in and up. Yes, again. Pull and pull. 2 more. 1 more. Do that ha breath and rest. That's how strong that pull scoop into your body is. Beautiful. Okay, double leg stretch. Hands are on the knees. You're going to curl your head up or keep your head down and then slide the hands down. Here we go. Legs out, arms back. Reach and in. And stretch, reach and in. If the head is down, the feet go higher. Both are acceptable. From that belly, pull that belly in. Last one. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and rest. Nice. Feet are down. Take a break. Open those legs out into our nice little Buddhist stretch, butterfly, frog. You can name it whatever you would like. Okay, so from here, take a breath, exhale, close. Inhale, open. So small to start, but let's put your hands here on your belly, on that rib cage. Feel it connect as you close. Exhale, squeeze, open. Feel everything knit together. Squeeze, open, squeeze, and open. Good. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Two more. Squeeze and open. One more, and squeeze, hold, and rest. Fantastic. Seems really good. All right, now, hands by your side. Let's take the hips up and do exact same thing. Here we go. Hips lift and squeeze and open. Same thing's going on here. Squeeze, open. Again, squeeze, open. Keep those hips high. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open. That's it. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Two more. One more. Squeeze, hold, and lower down and rest. Lovely. Okay. Obliques, obliques, obliques. Here we go. Crisscross. Hands behind the head. Elbows lifted just a little bit and curl yourself up. So let's stay here for 1 second. Legs are long. Again, back to engaging. I'm stressing that today because I don't want us to get into so much movement without those important basics. Rib cage, knitting those abdominals, okay? Ribs to hips, ribs to hips, ribs to hips. Okay, feeling that lift. Take a breath, curl up another inch. Good, now stay here. Take one leg to tabletop, the other leg up, hold. Okay, they're not here, they're there. I'm gonna rotate to the left, extend my right leg. Here we go, and from the waist, and twist, yes. Reach, change, twist, twist, yes. Twist, and twist, and twist. Last two, twist, last one, twist, and rest. Woohoo! Feeling all that juicy goodness. Okay, stretch those legs out just a little bit. Arms back over the head. Inhale, exhale, and curl right there. That's the basis of so much of what we do. That upper body curl. Keep coming up. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Keep rolling and stretch. Okay, I'm going to turn and face you. So everyone stay in that same position, but just so you can see me. I'm going to open the legs a little bit wider. And there are a million different ways of doing this spine stretch, okay? So get tall. Put your hands here. All I'm going to have you do is drop the head. Now, again, that same thought about the powerhouse. My ribs and my body round and curl in. I'm in my C curve. I'm in my exact same C curve, but I'm upright. I'm pressing my hands down. Take a breath. Now, come forward just a teeny bit. Excuse me, shoulders are over my hips. I'm pressing down. I'm pulling my belly back. Okay, really active in those abdominals. Let's see if you can go forward another inch. Shoulders down. Pull that belly in. Excuse me. Feel that belly pulling in and in. And now come all the way back up on the spine. Again, my head drops forward. I press down with my hands, hold. I'm coming forward just a little bit more, press down. Pull that belly in. I'm rounded, so I'm not straight now. I'm rounded. Again, one more. Hold. And come all the way up and rest. All righty. Got to keep using this. Let's do some more leg work. And again, easy to do. Look at that. Right on my foot. All right, we're going to go on our hands and knees. If you need to, get a pillow or fold your mat over if you need more cushioning on the knees. If this is not good for you, you can always do this standing, one hand on a chair and working the leg like this. So just know that. Okay. we're going to be here. I've got it on my right foot. I've got my band in my hand, okay? So I'm always trying to create resistance. So let's first get our setup here. Knees a little bit wider, shoulders are down, belly is in. You know what, I'm changing that. I'm gonna bring my legs closer because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be using my left leg to balance. So bring it more to the center, my left leg. I'm gonna lift my right leg. Let's rotate it out so my knee is gonna go over my band and I'm gonna press, resist. Now, this is not a heavy band, so I'm going to choke up a little bit. You might have a heavier or lighter. If you have a lighter band, choke up. If you have, if you need more resistance, just choke up. If you need less, then let it go out further. You'll see. And press in, stretch in. You can do this standing. Reach in, knee out to the side. Press in, reach, belly in. Press in, that's it. 6 and 7. And just to give it a little bit more resistance, 8 and 9, last one, and 10, hold, little lifts, up, 2, belly in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold. I'm going to go out and across, out, across, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, last one, and 10. Big circle, up and around. 2, now my torso's not moving. 3, yes. 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, reverse, up and around. 2, I feel this, do you? 3, I hope so. 4, 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 9, last one, 10, rest. Woohoo! Okay, that little bit of resistance really turns on the hamstring and the glute. Beautiful. Other side, you just flip it to your other foot, but I'm going to turn around so you can see me. All righty. We're having fun now. We are having fun now. Okay. So it's just a little handy dandy kind of thing. All right. I'm going to put it down on the floor. And honestly, you can just put your weight on it. You don't have to hold it. All right. My knee goes out to the side. It's underneath. Here we go. In and press. And 2. My hips are square to the mat. My belly is in. 3. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Little lifts. Up. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now go out to the side. Up. Cross. Up. Out. 2. Cross. Up. Out. My ribs are closed. Everything's super stable. Right? 3. Cross. Up. Out. 4. Cross. Up. Out. 5. Cross. Up. Out. 6. Cross. Up. Out. 7. Cross. Up. 8. 9. Last one. And here we go, big circles, up. 2, these are different from the others. 3, keep it moving. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go, reverse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woohoo! Sit on back. You can take it off and then go into your rest position. Good, good, good. You see how it gives you a nice little extra there. Okay, come on down. Feel that stretch. Good, bring the knees together. Let's do our Q and L stretch for our lower back, but also for the upper side, lateral side of the body. I'm off to the left side. That means I get more stretch on my right. If you're off to the right side, that means you get more stretch on the left. And up and over to the other side. Sit back. Reach. Good. All right. So take this again. I want to show you a stretch on your foot. So I'm facing and I have my left leg on top. You could have your right leg on top. It does not matter. This is a stretch, 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 stretch. So whenever we stretch in our body, we always take it super, super slow, especially if you have any hip issues. All right, so I'm lying back down. I'm gonna take this behind me, okay? I'm gonna take it behind me. I'm gonna choke up because I'm pretty flexible, though I'm really tight in my quad. And I'm pulling my knee to knee, tucking my hip under and stretching through this quad, okay? You should feel that. Now, I need a little bit more. So I'm gonna take my hand, I'm gonna hold on and pull it back even more. So it's not like, well, of course I could do this just holding on to it, but there's something about having a prop that deepens your stretch. Keep tucking that hip under, keep pulling back. My hand is back here on my loop. Pull back, back, back. Can you feel that? Yeah. Now I'm gonna take it back as far as I can. I'm gonna put my leg back. And I'm just gonna roll back and just feel that stretch in the front of my quad. Don't wanna feel any pain in the knee. Good. And come on up. I just wanted to do that. I meant to do that on the other side. Let's go to the other side. Good. All righty. Here we go. Lying down. Take that leg behind you. Okay, I kind of put it over my shoulder. See how that knee is? I need to put my knee down. I'm gonna hold on to the back part. My head is down, tucking my hip under. Oh, looks like a pretty red scarf. There we go. Keep pressing under. Now I'm gonna keep tucking through. Come on back, put it on the floor, and feel that stretch. Woohoo! Feel that stretch through the front of my quads. Nice. Excellent. All righty, and I'm gonna come back on up. Good. All right, so now let's do some arms. I'm gonna sit on it. I'm gonna sit and face you. Now, again, where I sit on it depends on my Theraband, both how heavy, how strong of a Theraband it is, and there's no universal colors. So red is kind of medium. Usually yellow is lighter, though it's not always true. In the Theraband world, the company of Theraband, that's what that means, and green is heavy. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my hand, okay? I'm gonna put it right here. Now, again, I'm really tall. I'm not forgetting about my abdominals, my powerhouse. I'm gonna stretch and reach. Now, if that's too easy, move your band that way, shorten up on it, okay? And stretch and down. Reach, my shoulder stays down, press and press. Now I'm gonna go up to the ceiling, up, out, in, up, out, in. Good, reach and in, stretch and in. If you have shoulder issues, you're only gonna go halfway and come here, out and in, or just here and down. And up, out, let's reverse it. We go out, up, in, out, up, in,
out. Gives you a different feeling than weights, okay? So that's why we like to mix it up. We like to mix it up because then the body goes, I have to pay attention, and rest. Okay, now I'm gonna take it in my opposite hand. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna what? Work for my obliques, stretch, reach. So you've done the springboard wall, okay? It's when we lunge out, same thing. And reach, rotate, stretch, rotate, reach. Good, 2 more. 1 more. Reach and back. Okay, so now my left hand is going to the side. I'm going to take this over my head. Now, I already know because of my band that I need it a little bit longer, okay? Because going over your head is harder. You're going to put all your fingers in except for your thumb, okay? And you're going to lean over. So I'm opening up, and what am I working? I'm working my tricep. Push and in. Let your head go back so it can just go forward and stretch. If this is too easy, sit closer. I just know my band. Stretch and 4 and 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do another 10. It's 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, I'm going to pulse it. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good. All right, we're going to switch sides. So I just switch it, lift up. And again, you could do this standing. You could be standing on the edge of one. You don't have to be sitting, okay? All right, so here we go, and I'm going up and down. Stretch and reach. 4, that's it. 6, 2 more, 1 more. And down. So if you're rehabbing from any kind of shoulder issue, this happens to be a great exercise. Just back off a little bit so it is lighter. We don't want to grind out that shoulder. All right, so we go up, out, down. Reach and stretch. That's it, really nice. Reach, stretch, reach. We're going to reverse it. It goes out, up, reach, up, stretch, up, reach, up. 1 more. And rest. Good. All right, so here we go. I'm going to twist, push, and back. Stretch. And from my waist, extend. And from my waist, push. That's it. Twist, reach, in, stretch, in, reach, in, stretch, in. 2 more. Reach, 1 more. Stretch, and in. Good. All right, over my head. I'm going to lighten up just a little bit. Good. My hand goes down. All my fingers are in, and I push. And 2, if this does anything weird with your neck, look down. 4, that's it. 5, 6, 7, 8, looks good. 9, let's do another 10, 10, 9, good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, here we go, little pulses, and 2, and 3. Keep it right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and rest. Good, take it down. All right, come on off of it. Don't worry about that tight end. I have a long one, so I'm gonna just put it down on my lap. So this is for the full shoulder rotation, okay? If you have shoulder issues, you're gonna go up and come straight down. But if you don't have shoulder issues, you're gonna go to the widest place, you're gonna lift and go all the way behind you. Take your time. Back, forward, reach, back, that's it. Up, forward, reach. We want as much rotation for as long as we can have it, okay? So we gotta work those shoulders. One more, and hold, good, all right. This is for everybody. This is for our posture. The middle two muscles that pull the shoulder blades together are called the rhomboid muscles. They are on the weaker side because honestly, so much of the time we're like this, contracted here, tight here, weak in our back. So we want it the opposite. So you're gonna take your palms up and I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna choke in just a little bit. So this is not about pulling my arms apart, okay? It's not an arm exercise, it's a back exercise. I'm gonna turn to the side, but I don't think you can see me. So from here, I'm gonna squeeze my shoulder, well, because you can see my shoulders kind of drop and release. Squeeze those shoulder blades, hold. So I open just a teeny bit here and release. And squeeze, hold, lift that chest, release. Again, squeeze, lift that chest, release, nice. And squeeze, lift that chest, release. And squeeze, lift that chest, release. Two more. Squeeze, lift that chest, release. One more. Squeeze, lift, and release. There's something about the arms flipping up, working the back. Okay, feet. You're gonna put this on your feet, bend your elbows, sitting up nice and tall. Here we go, lats, squeeze, reach, squeeze. Squeeze those shoulder blades and pull it back and reach, nice. And squeeze and reach, squeeze and stretch, squeeze and stretch. Two more. And reach, one more, squeeze and stretch. Take the legs straight out, let yourself come forward. Now you are gonna choke up as much as you can on that band. Pull your abdominals back and pull yourself over. Take a breath, inhale. Pull yourself over just a little bit more. That's it. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself all the way over, over, over. And come on up. Oh, feels so good. All right. You're going to take the left ankle on the inside. It's going to be a little bit longer on the right side. So a little bit longer on this side. Bow and arrow. Here we go. And I'm going to twist and come back. Twist, lift, reach. Twist and back. Good. Twist and back. Twist and back. One more and twist and lift. Good. Switching sides. Left foot goes out, right leg is back, sitting up nice and tall and rotate. So even though I'm twisting, it is not coming from my shoulder. It's my oblique and come around. That starts me off. Two more. And one more. And rest. Excellent. Okay, take your Theraband, put it to the side. Very nice. Push yourself back. And let's take our legs out into a double stretch today. Both sides, hands go behind you. Lift your hips, flex your feet, push yourself forward, hold. Get used to that new place. Point your toes. Let's do it again. Lift, push, hold. It's like moving into a new house. All right, you're gonna walk yourself forward. As I walk myself forward, my legs wanna rotate in. Don't let them rotate them externally, rotate them back. That's it. Breathe. We're just going to stay here. I'm going to go to the right side. I'm going to come around to my left side. And then I'm going to come around to my right side. And last time, come around to my left side. Good. And come on up. I'm going to lean back and I'm going to shake out my legs. And let's just go in and out with those legs. Yep, just rotate them. Keep going, keep rotating, keep stretching them. That's where we get that release in your hip flexors. So if you're tight in those hips, That's a game changer. Just in and out and just rotate and stretch. Fantastic work, everybody. Really, really nice. Take a breath, release.